trimming the outsides and the insides. Makes the bullet go in a bit smoother. Also, if the case has got any damage, you tend to feel it. Makes a little bump. As the cases can split a bit on the end. See if that works. Good little gadget this. Picked up in the local gun shop. Trims me brass. There's a 38 specials. Then, to put the primers in, a little primer, a lead primer from here. Slide that in there. Make sure you're not pointing at your face when you pull the trigger. Done. Got the primer in. Just put them in there. That's fed. I haven't put any in the little run up. You have to have some in that bit there. So stick these in there. Any questions with reloading? Just ask away. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Any rich buggers watching? Want to buy me a Guinness? Just leave it in the however people do it. Oh, I've got 3 likes anyway. So yeah, they're going in quite good, these little primers. It's not that hard, and you don't need a lot of gear to start reloading. I'm reloading these 38 specials for my lever action. Got a new one, got a Marlin. Anyone else out there got a Marlin? Let us know in the comments. Anyone thinking of reloading? Let us know in the comments. Oh, I'm watching the wrong fucking channel. Can't see your comments. Where's my subscriptions? Oh, huh. People have been leaving messages and I couldn't see them. Oh, Ricochet, 38 specials again. I'll do some 308s later as well. I shot a lot of 38s at the weekend and 357 Magnums. So We all out there reloading, boys? Right. Put that there. Now what I'm going to do, this is all set up for me weighing. Let's put me powder in. Find a little bullet. Slide that in there. Done. Nice little 38. .38s were the first bullet I actually ever made, or cartridge. Oops, drop that one. And the last ones I ever done were these, the old 38 specials. They're much harder to do, a lot longer. There's a lot of bits that you've got to do. So quite therapeutic. Otherwise I just slash and the telly will leave in front of the telly all evening. I'll make about 50 of these, I think, today. Don't take that long to make 50 cartridges. So, oops, around those. I want a semi-wad cutter. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to do these. I tend to do them in batches. How I'm doing them now is not how I normally do them, but it'd be a bit boring then. Normally I'll just clean them, deprime them, deburr them on that little machine over there. Then I'll just have a bag of them all ready to go. And then sometimes I'll just go and put primers in them and then just do it from there. This final bit here. Pretty new to doing this live YouTube. Let's put that there. Let me pick one up by mistake. So come on, anyone else here reload? You don't need all the fancy gear. Like this little press here is great for it, I think. I got this on eBay. I've got some fancy ones down there, but I haven't worked out how to do them. Because I've got lots of old friends that do shooting, and I do pop into my gun shop quite regularly, just to have a look, and where people give up shooting, quite often you've got bits of reloading equipment, or someone's passed away and the relatives have brought in the reloading equipment, but quite often they've forgot bits because they think it's just junk. So I just buy them and try and make bits up, because they're really cheap that way. I've got, I'll show you this one here. Oh, this one here. I've got, this is a Dillum, and it does it all. Deprimes, sizes, puts a powder in, I don't know if it puts a bullet on the top as well with this bit here. I've got to work that out how to do that. But that one's set up for 45 ACP, and I haven't got a 45 ACP. So if anyone's watching from Sussex or Surrey firearms department, what's the chances of getting a 45 ACP? Because in England, before you can buy a gun, you need a reason. So you have to, if you're in a gun club and your club shoots that, and you do little inter-club competitions and things, that's a good enough reason to have it. Unless you've got too many. Some people keep their guns at the clubs. That's what I do, to be honest, because I'm overseas a lot. But you can bring them home. I leave mine at the club. Because that's where I shoot it. A lot of my mates have their firearms at home. You need a good secure gun cabinet and a good for your firearm, and then a separate one for your ammunition. So I just keep the ammunition at home. Anyone out there thinking of getting into reloading? Any questions? Just ask away. Are those nickel? Yeah, they're nickel. Yeah, having a safe is an absolute must. Again, you know, you're an American, but I often hear, oh, what's the point of having a gun if you've got to have it in a safe? Well, a good rifle. I mean, I've got a Ruger precision rifle over here. That's £2,000. So that's about nearly $2,500. And then a good scope, because I shoot mine out to 1,000 yards. Again, you can have 1,000. So, you know, £3,000. You don't want that for a burglar or a fire. So, we don't have public land here really that we can shoot on. So, I mean, if I was to go deer hunting, you know, then obviously I'd keep it at home. But I don't. I just do the target shooting. There's only one place I shoot 1,000 yards, and that's Bisley, which is our National Rifle Association. This brass has been, as I say, nickel plated, but I've reloaded this a few times. So, Ricochet, do you reload? Again, talk to myself to do. Yeah, we can't carry guns in the UK. I like that for protection. So this here, we got this one here. That trims the outside a bit. Any bumps. That one there. This does the inside. As you can see that. It's got a very slight little lip on there now. That helps with the seating. If this primer pocket's really dirty or when I first clean that out, this will actually put a little bit of a chamfer in there, which helps with the primers going on easy. Sometimes I don't really use that, but you know, that's quite handy if you don't have an ultrasonic cleaner, just to clean them out. I don't always do this, because I don't always need to. But one of my rifles, when I shoot these, sometimes it leaves a little nick just in there. I had a Rossi lever action, which was basically a Winchester 92 copy. I don't reload yet, but when I move my new house, I'll get the kit. Yeah, you don't need a lot of kit. This little Lee thing's really good. Yeah, a little hand primer. You don't really need this. You can get the hand tools that kind of do it with different bits in. Pistol ammo's the way to go first, because that is quite easy. You haven't got to get the necks perfect. When I first started reloading the 38 special, I just wasn't squeezing that neck tight enough, so I now anneal. But I got one of these. This is a great little gadget to see if you've actually got your brass all right. Just put it in there and it'll fit. It all fits nice and flush. You have to put this down on there so you can see it with our level. But it's just so much easier that you've got your neck right. You've got the length. Or otherwise, you're forever using something like this, which how I used to do it, measuring all the different lengths and sizes, and because you go to load and your bolt just won't fit, because this is stretched just a fraction. But you know, and then you know, heaven forbid you do jam it to get it in there, it can be a pig to get out. So I should load some of them later today, because I ain't got many. I think I forgot to deep prime that one. Put that up there. That one sneaked in. So you don't need a lot of gear when you reload. My first one I used to use. What's this set up for? This could be 38. Yeah, I used to use this one when I first used to reload. Sit in front of the telly. Yeah, just sit there. Because you need a few dies. Well, two really. You need one for popping the primer out, which does your case size as well. Again, when you actually resize, what I do, I put them all in a bag like this, spray a little bit of case lubricant, just a small amount, not too much, because again it starts to affect. It's not so bad for pistols, but it starts to affect your rifles. It just wears so tight, and then they're going in and out your dies quite easy. Look, there's a bit of paint on that. What is that? Yeah, see, look at that. You see that split? Look there. Got a split there. See that squeezing? So yeah, that's crap, that one. But that, you know, that fountain. When I'm cleaning the brass out, I normally have a look, as you can see. But that's kind of why I like this here. Any little bits it catches. I've got loads of gadgets for reloading where I just pick them up from the shop second hand, but people give up shooting. It's a good little shop. I I go to called ACP Shooting in Coolum. It's always got loads. In fact, it's always got loads. It's all over the bloody floor most of the time in there. Where he's not had a chance to sort it out. So, they had a bit of a gun sale thing of bits and pieces as well as guns at Bisley not that long ago. I've started to make a video of that. I'll have to put that on, showing all the bits, you know, that we can buy. So it's a bit like a car boot sale for shooting accessories and bullets and stuff. Come on, I've got no thumbs up yet. Anyone there watching want to give me a thumbs up? Like and subscribe, as they say. Drop $10 in the tin. If you're still there, Ricochet, if you ever load the 357 Magnums, oh, getting cramped in my fingers, you know, because the cartridge is pretty much the same, just a little bit longer and for more powder. If you use the all lead, you've got to make sure they've got a gas check. These little things there, that's a gas check. You need to put those on the back of a lead bullet, because with a Magnum, the powder melts the back as it's coming down the barrel, so you get a bit of fouling and it affects the accuracy. So that's why if I do Magnums, I always do a full metal jacket. Let's turn that off again. Let's do a few priming. Just my Lee hand primer. Takes a little while to get used to. That's it. But I like it. Just better say, slide that in there. Give it a squeeze. Primer's in. Slide that in. Give it a squeeze. You shouldn't feel too much resistance. If you do, something's gone wrong. Yeah, I love this little hand priming tool. You can do pistol and rifle with it. I've never had one go off on me. You often hear people say, oh, it's a bit dangerous. Just don't point it near your face. Do what I'm doing. Have it pointing away, just in case one detonates. I'm using standard CCI small pistol primers because they're the easiest and cheapest to get in the UK. And when you come to put your powder in, you don't always need one of these. I only use that for me 38 specials because it's just more of a plinking round at the range. I don't use that for me rifles. It's a bit more fiddly with a little scoop. Anyone got any questions about this? Ask away. Give us a like. Even subscribe. Buy us a beer. Leave a comment. put some powder in them. Put a little bit more powder in there. I'm using Blue Dot. Anyone new to reloading, get yourself a good book. Get yourself a few good books. I've got Big Lyman Handbook there and another one. The reason why sometimes you need a few books is not all the books have all the powders. So anyway, it's for me to put that in there. That's me powder. Always have a little check in there. I don't want to load backing up in the barrel. And, put that in there. And then here we go. Nice little 38 special. Much cheaper than buying them this way. Used to be really cheap before COVID. But after COVID, primers doubled. In fact, more than doubled. Powder doubled. But I bought thousands of primers. You know, when I bought my primers, they were like £40 a thousand. I think about £120 a thousand now. And when I was at the range, a good few years back, a guy came. He was selling the boxes of these lead bullets. I think 500 in a box for like £30, maybe less. So again, I just bought about 6 boxes of them. You know, never used them all. But I've started. The more I've got into reloading, the more also I start to use the full metal jackets, because you know, for the accuracy and if you running a I think I'm out of that one. What's going on? So I'm going to take these last few out, pull them just to make sure, because there wasn't no powder in that. Stir. Typical. I've never had this happen before. What have we got out there? There's me. Duff on me. What's it doing? Typical, eh? Going wrong. There it is. Ah, that turns it off. No, seems to be working again now. Let's have a little measure. Make sure it's working right. Got my little scales there. 5.5, yeah, seems to be alright. I'll pull them, pull the heads just to make sure. Yeah, we've got powder in them again. I ain't had that happen to me before. Let's good idea then always to have a little look in there. Make sure the powder's going in. So we've got 6 people. Anyone got any questions? Oh, I've got 1 like. About subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 this month. Any new reloaders? Or people watching to see how it's done because they're thinking of doing it themselves. Oh, we've got 7 on. Got a shy bunch today. Where's everyone from? Are we all from England here? Where's the furthest someone's from? It's bloody hot today in England. Especially as no one in this country has air conditioning. As I say, that's what we're making. Nice 38 specials. These are for my lever action. Anyone else here reload for a lever action or shooter or lever action? I just got a Marlin. I do like a Marlin. Much better than a Winchester. I love the fact it ejects out the side. So put a scope on the top. Or a red dot. Them old ball horns. They're not that good, I don't like them. This one here gives it just a very slight crimp on the bullet as well, which is quite important for a lever action because they're all pushing in the barrel, in the magazine under the barrel. So what you don't want is to start pushing all the heads down. So if you look at this bullet, a little bit of blue wax on there, but it's going into this line here. And that's where it crimps just slightly. It's quite easy to set up. If anyone's curious how I set that up, I'm happy to show you if you ask. If not, I'll just presume you already know. YouTube don't like this reloading or anything to do with shooting really. Our best video got over 500,000 views, and I think they haven't paid me because I haven't reached the amount. They said I've earned £7 for 500,000 views, and when I get to £60 they'll pay out. So doing this to try and make money is a waste. I'm going to trim a few more cases on here. I do like this. It also helps if any of duff, it notices, it starts to click. If you watched earlier in the video, that's what I do. All it's doing is just taking a little bit off. I don't know if you can see that. It just chamfers it a little bit on the inside, so it seats the bullet when you press it better. And it just takes off this one here just takes off any burrs, so it feeds better. Because I've had rifles in the past, as they eject or it bashes, it leaves little dents. So that was a Rossi lever action 357. It used to do that. But you might be able to hear that one. There was a odd little dud where it was catching on a burr. So it took it off. And these bits here can clean the primer pockets. That one there also. And just chamfer it slightly so it helps with seating your primers. You don't need to do that every time. I just tend to do it the first time it ever gets reloaded. And, you know, because that's in there. Can you hear that clicking? That's it. Oh, so yeah, this has got, right there, it's got a little bit of damage, a split case. Let's see if I can show a bit better. Yeah, so I've bent it in. It's actually split there. When you reload, obviously I've bent that in with pliers, you can see it. But that actually picked it up because that was catching. I don't anneal my pistol brass, but I do my rifle brass, the 357 and 223. The way I anneal is two ways. One of my hobbies is the jewellery, and I'm sitting at my jewellery bench. So I've got my little jewellery blowtorch. And I just seat the brass in a D-wall drill. And just very slowly turn the brass, pull the trigger with the flame on just to make it red, and then just drop it into a tin. No water in there, and it just makes that brass a lot easier to resize. I mean, a lot of people don't need to do it if they've got the really heavy duty presses. Well, as you can see, I'm just using these very small presses, and they don't have the oomph. Can you hear that? Click, click, click. So look what we've got on there. Yeah, that one there's got, again, very slight. I give all my old brasses knackered like that to one of my friend's kids. He likes collecting the cartridges. Sometimes I'll put some bullet heads on them for him, you know, no powder or primers, just, you know, he just likes collecting them. I was the same as a kid. These are brass, but they're nickel coated. They last a bit longer. So just put that on there. Again, you don't need this big flash machine here that does it all. You can buy these bits and put them in a little hand tool, just to give them a twist. I mean, this one is for the backs, clean the primer pockets. But there's that on there that does it, so it just makes it a little bit, just make it a little bit shiny in there. You don't need that. I got it because I got it second hand because someone gave up shooting. And I think I paid 50 quid for it in the shop. I think it's about 100 or something quid. Right, done enough of them. Let's put some primers in. And my little Lee hand priming press. All you got to do when you do this, make sure you're not pointing it at your face, and keep your fingers away just in case you have a premature detonation. And that's it, just pops them in quite nice. You don't need a lot of gear if you're going to reload your pistol brass. Or, you know, I call it pistol brass, but this is getting shot in a rifle. But that's, you know, a lot of people start off in the clubs with a 357 38 special lever action rifle. Nearly running out of primers. So yeah, they all pop in nice. You can fill them seat good with this. If you feel anything that seems too hard, obviously stop, have a look. That's it, I've run out of primers for that lot. Let's get some more. Don't go away. I think I've got some over here. Where? Small pistol. Yeah, when you buy your primers, tend to come in little packets like that. Unless you buy a big box or a slab, and there's about 1,000. There's 100 in there. There's all these little bits on there. This little, which helps when you actually get all your primers facing the right way. I'll show you in a minute. So that's 100 there. So if you can see in there, they're all different, some are the right way up. But if you give us a little, because these all need a little. Got that one over there. There you go, now they're all the right way. So catch and flip. So they're all in there now. Give it one go. Put that in there. There we go, seated. So it's not that hard, you don't need a lot of gear. Some machines do it all, but I quite like doing it all by hand. It's quite therapeutic, gives me a little sense of well-being and achievement. It's like feeding the birds outside. Just remember, don't point it at your face or anything that you don't want to break. It's quite. So I use a lot of the Lee gear because it's cheap and there's plenty of it in the UK. And most of this stuff you can get on eBay. The only thing you can't get on eBay is the powder and the primers. But if you get, I'll tell you, if you're interested on getting into reloading, one of the best companies or shops online is called Henry Crank. Check them, Google them, and they sell everything. It's a tiny little shop. Because I went there once in Leeds, but they've got the best catalogue. It's like the old Screwfix catalogues, but it's just for reloading guns and shooting. So let's put that over there until I do some more brass. And again, let's put some powder in these and a bullet on the top. So we're using the old semi-wad cutters. Put that in there. Push it home. goes in quite easy. Always have a little look, because like it did earlier, it had a little bit of a jam or something. It stopped reloading. Stop putting the powder in, I should say. Might do some magnums in a minute after these. Lee have got a really good novel way of changing this once you've set it up to shoot the 357 Magnum. Just take that out, unscrew it, put the washer on, screw it back up, because that's the difference of your cartridge. You know, for your 357 and your 38 special. So once you've set it up, it's easy to change. Get yourself a good book if you're reloading, because it'll be telling you what powders, how much powder to put in for different bullet weights, bullet shapes, how deep to seat your bullet. You know, like I bought this one here. This one here is all for 357 Magnum, but it's got your powders. I mean, we're using Blue Dot, pretty much similar bullet actually. No, mine's 158. So it just tells you your maximum that you can put in, and you've got your velocities, starting grains, because I'm Blue Dot, so if we were starting on that, it'd be 8.2 grains, not grams, and with a maximum of 10.9. So, and then you got your pressure differences. So just by going from minimum to maximum, you're seriously doubling it, or more than doubling it. You've gone from 11,000 to 39,000 pressure. So you know, you do need a book, otherwise you're going to blow your fingers off and blow your gun to bits. Just you know, you don't want. So you do need a good book, or a few good books. It's not like you need to study the book, you just look it up for what bullet shape and weight and what powder you got, and it will tell you, you know, quite often it will tell you how deep to seat your bullet, and again, you know, you're starting, because again, it's there, the grains for you to play about with, to see what suits your gun best. I'm not really that much into accuracy shooting. I mean, I'm happy to hit the bullseye, but I've got friends who shoot, and at 300 yards they want to put everything through the same postage stamp. Well, even smaller, to be honest. Well, 300 yards, if I hit that and all over, I'm super chuffed. Them, they'd be upset. So that's what, you know, they'll just a fraction of a gram. And not sure if I'll put the powder in that one. So I shall put that there and go back when I've finished and watch it on the video. Because chatting puts me off a little bit. Oh, got another like. Come on, how about some words? How about someone say hi? Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from, folks. Anyone from anywhere nice? Somewhere tropical. Or the Philippines. I like the Philippines. I went there on holiday recently. I was looking to buy a titty bar. got a couple of mates that are retired and they're widowers, and I joked with them shooting about doing a titty bar somewhere in Asia, and the couple went, "I'll be up for that, Jim." So that's my plan. Win the lottery, go and open a titty bar, because you've got to keep busy, ain't you? Girlfriend weren't impressed. But it was a good reason to go to the Philippines for a month. I like the Philippines. I like travel. Beer's good there, cheap. Well, look, talk about titty bars and everybody's gone. I must remember not to talk about that again. And then there was two. Really, there's only one watching, because one of them is me on another account. So, where's everyone from? We just got a few people join us. Don't be shy. Let me know. Leave a like. Subscribe, as they say. Ring a ding ding, the old bell. I don't do that myself. Yeah, anyway, I'm making 38 specials. Right, that's them. Let's do some more on the old. Trim up the brass a bit. Just chamfers it a bit. This pointy one, it helps seating the bullet. This one here, any little dents where they've been ejected, lets me know. Also lets me know if there's a crack in the cartridge. Can you hear me loud and well? Do I need to get a microphone? So I'm just using my phone to make this little video. Let's get the primer in. So that one there just takes a slight bit off. So when I seat the bullet, it seats quite good to be pushed in. You don't need that. I've got it, so I use it. You can also do the primer pockets. A bit there. Now I've got that one on there, little brass brush. Not so much for these, but sometimes you can, if you need, you can clean them that way. But I don't normally use them for the pistol. brass. Very rare I use that actually. I tend to use, I've got an ultrasonic cleaner. So once I've deprimed, they'll go in. Well, actually, I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner before I deprime. They're quite grimy, and I don't want all the grime building up inside the die. And then I pop the primers out, and quite often put them back in the ultrasonic cleaner again, because I've got a big ultrasonic, so I can put a couple of hundred in at a time for 15 minutes. And they all come out nice and clean. What we got here? Any coca shutters in? There's Mark Taylor. Pancake chefs. I ain't got a clue what you're on about. Must be an American thing. It's got a little bit of a click on that. That's alright. Sometimes it's a little bit of a burr. There's a crack. I've been doing this an hour. Pulled into that. I've only made about 55. Wrong one, let me find a few cocoa shutters. I don't know what he's on about. I wouldn't mind whatever he's drinking. What you drinking, Mark Taylor? Just tea. It's quite important when you reload not to do it drinking beer. I've done that once. I wasn't drunk, but I just broke my concentration and I had to pull the heads off all the bullets again because they weren't happy. Thought I might have reloaded one double, you know, twice. I didn't want to put that in my gun. Well, like and subscribe. And when I do something else, you can have a look. Are we all shooters here, or are we just come across me channel by accident? Turn that off. Some more primers in the ones I've made. This is my little Lee hand press, primer press. So it's a good little gadget. But yeah, slide it in, give it a squeeze, put your primer in nice and tight, nice. don't point it at your face when you do it, just in case you have a premature detonation. They popping good. I prefer the hand primer than ones that you can get that go on the presses. I've got a Dylan press down there on the floor to set up that de-primes, re-primes, puts a powder in, puts a bullet head in. You know, does one each time you pull the handle. It does several different things as they go round. Different noise there. So I'll prime them anyway. Good little hand primer. They're not that dear to buy. Got this one on eBay. If anyone likes what I'm doing, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Subscribe. Drop $10 in the tin on your way out. So it doesn't take that long. No primer in that one. I'm going to give it a good squeeze, make sure they're seated all the way. You just join us. If you've got any questions, ask away. Oh, and then we're down to one person. So anyone got a question? Just asked. Do you reload? Where are you guys from? There's some girls there too. That's enough for them. And then put that there. Let's put the powder in. See that little bullet on the top? Put that in there. All made. Ready for the range tomorrow. It's always good to have a little look and make sure the powder went in. Lovely little bullet. Lovely 38 special. Hello, if you just joined, making some 38 specials here at the moment. Got a question, just drop a comment in chat. And give us a like, that might help. Anyone watching who reloads? Always remember to have a little look in there as I do it. Make sure there's plenty of powder in there. Don't take long to make a bullet. I'm making 38 specials at the moment. Semi-wad cutters. Come on, someone leave a comment. Is it interesting? Anyone want to know what I'm doing? How I'm doing it? Anyway, this thing here puts the powder in. These little ones on there. Quite big. I say quite big, I think it's 158 grams. Just coming down to 4 people now in chat. If anyone's interested in taking up shooting, just Google gun club near me. There's loads of them. It's like Freemasons. Once you know one, you know loads. It's the same with gun clubs. I mean, there's about 4 or 5 near me. If you want to get into shooting, normally you have to belong to the gun club for 6 months before you can apply to own a firearm. So you've got to have been going. But most gun clubs have a decent selection of guns you can try out. With the exception of pistols. Pistols, long barrel pistols and revolvers can only be shot by the person that owns it. Which I think's wrong, because you know, how are you going to learn before you get one? You can teach yourself. So it's a bit of a crazy law, that. But rifles, you can shoot. A lot of people shoot the old muzzle loading cowboy pistols, you know, like what the outlaw Josie Wells, the Colt Navies and Armies. I got Colt Army and Colt Navy and a Remington Army. The Navy I think is 36 caliber, and the Army is a 44 caliber. Someone once told me the reason they do that is in the Army you might have to shoot a horse coming at you, so you want a bigger bullet. Take the horse down. With the Navy ones, you're just shooting at people on a ship. That's why they told me they were them calibers. But a lot of people have those, the old black powder. If you look at my other video, guns you can own in the UK, or pistols we shoot in England, that'll show you the types of guns we can shoot in the UK. Hello there, if you just joined me, I'm making 38 specials. Are you a shooter, or you just found me by accident? Just puts the powder in. You see the bullet there. Put it in there. Push it home. Nice little bullet. In there. Another one. Can you hear me okay, or am I a bit muffled? So, anyone got a comment? Or are you all watching me on your telly? I tend to watch YouTube on my TV. I don't really watch it on a tablet or phone. So come on, who reloads? I'm doing my 38 specials here. 3 more to do. And that's me lot. 2 left. Yeah, what's the time? 10 o'clock. I might have a beer in front of the telly. Life of a single fat old bachelor, eh? Should be in a pub, but here I am, making ammo. In fact, I don't go down the pub much anymore. Right, it's my last one. Well, That's me done. Shall I make some more? Someone says something in the comments, I might. If not, I might go and have a beer. Watch the telly. I've got 4 people on. Anyone got any questions about reloading? Thinking of starting reloading? Thinking of taking up shooting? Just asked. If not, I'm off. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click like and subscribe. That's all for now. Oh, bloody turn this off.